how I knew everybody was true. Ooh, and you realize life will come what's in life. You ask me what could you do? It's so very true. Hello, my baby girl. Oh, I don't think I'll be home. In your eyes. Baby girl. I gotta get that spare thing. I never use this. I'm gonna pull it out and see if it I'm gonna use a special thing on you today, my bubby. It's a very special one. It's very special. Okay. Try and turn that around this way so I can see if you can see us or not. What we got here? Hey, Skell. How you going? I'm just trying to figure something out with Ellie. I've got to put a little bit of stuff. Just going to carry on. try this one on for a while. This one's going to have an extra bit. Supposedly going to be helpful. How does that feel? Feel okay? No, she says, no, I don't like that. Right, then we won't use that. We'll just go back to normal. What's going on? I'm just watching something here. Don't. None of that. Stop and think about that. Let's think about that. Let's go back to 0. Give me a second. What we're going to do is we're going to do some extension touches to see if there's actually a problem or if she's just giving me. See, she's fine when you're touching here, so this is ridiculous. This is, I don't want to get rid of you. This is what that is. That is, I don't want to work. Behavioural. The way we know is because the second that we take that away, we have, oh, we don't have to work. We're good. Good girl. So we want to practice those things. So if they're carrying on, being silly, we want to see, good girl. Especially if they're doing things like pawing. Ellie has a habit when she gets to a certain point, if she's not been working and she doesn't want to work, that it's a real cranky. One thing I will do though is have a look at this paw, see what she's done. Yeah, she's pawing away at that paw. A bit, not bad, but it's not great. It's on that one side. So we're just going to go back to, let's slowly work. The second she starts a clap, let's move it back. Let it stand and think about it. We're going to take it on and off. On and off. And so watch and see. Go from both sides. And when you've got a horse that hasn't worked for a while, and you can see she's clearly being silly. Put up there. What's she doing? She is in season as well, so when she's in season she gets a little choppy about anything being around her. It's very marish behaviour. It's alright. We can work with that. So mares can go one of two ways. They can be very, very stroppy, or they can be more sooky when they're in on the heat season. She becomes more stroppy, and when you try to go round near her rear end, she starts to want to paw and kick and be silly. That's why I'm taking my time and I'm doing some things that are going to be beneficial for the both of us, so no one gets in trouble, including popping that saddle blanket further back on her butt and then giving her a rub. There we go. The other thing is she's had Tocky at her, being a dipshit, for a few days now. It's all about stripping it back down, going back to basics, and just let her think about what she's doing. Let it think and absorb it. Let it sit for a minute. Oh, here comes the cat. Mate, now's not a good time. She's in a mood. Chappy, go on. Good boy. Go on. And see there, she starts to give me a bit of an attitude again. So when she does that, I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to get her to stand. I'm going to go the other side. Going to go for a walk around with it on. Up goes the tail. Sometimes it's not a good idea to work with mares when they're in season. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just leave it be. Because if they get cranky enough, it'll be you who gets the end of it. Just like the ladies who are PMSing and getting upset about things, horses are no different. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some nice relaxing things. Feel nice and good. Let's do some things that we do. Basic stuff. Good girl. See, she'll give me this side. Good girl. Thank you. Oh, you're lovely. Now another thing we can do, just so she doesn't become sour about it all, I'm going to put the parka here and watch her expression. Put the leg up. Now she's relaxing again. Good girl. What can she see? What can you see over there? What's going on over there? Got some people with some ponies. Head drop. I want her to pay attention and focus. Is head drop. Good girl. Is head drop. Down here. Drop it down. Is there. Good girl. Relax. Oh, there we go. There we go. Go both sides. And see, as soon as we get there, she's like, no. I'm not getting up, I'm not hopping on, I'm just saying hi. No, you're not hopping on, you're going to lose it if you try and hop on. We just do some nice things. And she's giving me every single signal to say you're not getting on at this stage. And you've got to listen to that, you can't just ignore it. Even if it's behavioural, there's things we've got to do to get rid of that. So one of the things we can do, we can get a long rope when she's done. Get a long rope, we'll do a few little exercises. I'll be back in a minute. So what we're going to do now, just move this out of the way. We're going to do a little exercise. We have not done this for a long time with her. That's where we get her to turn to the... You can see there, she's had no problem in the turning there. Head up. Head up. We're going to go the other side now. She's swishing her tail and she's getting cranky back. Don't come in my space, back. So I'm going to ask her to back up away from my space. That's it. You're cranky as shit. And we're going to... we're going to go over like a... Oh, no, we're not. Just what the heck are you doing, Mum? Can't throw anymore. You used to be able to do this easily. She says, all right, I'm listening and I'm coming round. And you can see there she's literally, she's very, very, very much on her big cycle day, which is why the aggression is here. So we're not going to push her too much today. But we are going to ask for her to be a little respectful of us. That's right. Back it up. Back it up. Good girl. There's another thing I'm noticing with my two mares. I've got both of them. I've actually got 3 mares on the property. They all cycle at the same time and they all have the same attitude of crankiness, like really severe crankiness. To the point where there's a lot of aggression that comes through between them all, so they have to be separate. Just going to stand there. That's fine. You're going to stand there and watch me cry. That's only right. Come on. I want it to spin around for me, and all I've got to do, slightly tug on this one, and she'll do it for me. Good girl. Let's go the other way, see if Mum can do it. Can she do it? Maybe, maybe, maybe not. As soon as it lands on the other side, she says, right, like you to come round. And the good thing about doing that is, you ever need a horse to back away from you? This is how you teach them how to be able to go in another direction from you before you get on their back. So there's no confusion there. If they're asking where the pressure is, they're going. So when you're on their back then, whatever side you put the pressure on is the side they'll go off of. And around. So there's 2 different ways people can do it. There are the cowboy's way, which is pretty much what I do. If you want to turn left, you apply pressure on the inner part of the left leg and the outer back of the right side, and they'll go round the left. The other people do it the other way. The show people do it the other way. They apply pressure on the opposite side and move the leg back on the side that I think it's they move the leg back on the side they want to go to. I don't know, but I've seen them and they do it completely different to what I do it. But I do it the same way as most of the cowboys, see? And to me, it just makes more sense if they've got a pressure coming from the back end to move forward, then they're going to go around the pressure on the inner side of the forward part. That's common sense to me, and to the horse it seems to be common sense too. We're going to try again. As soon as we turn, she goes right round for me. Not a problem. Good girl. Thank you, my lovely. You did a good job. That one more. Oh, what did I do? I got that wrong. And just pops around there on the side there, and she'll go right round for me again. She'll spin round. And you've got a good horse that listens nicely. That's really lovely. What we don't like is when she's cranky and she does some pawing. She says, oh, I'm a little bit tired. Oh, hang on. A bunch of people going down that way. So these are little things. Pick up. Go one more. And again, these were the very basic first things that we taught them. First thing was drop your head. Drop. So what can do something. Drop. Hey! Very gentle. We don't have to force anything with her. And she's a very good horse like that. She works really well with the pressure. I'm going to get the step again and see what she does when I pop it there. What sort of face do we pull? We pull a nasty one or a nice one? What do we do when we jump up here? Is it a good face? It's a nice face. So yeah, I like this. So yeah, give me some scratches. Nice. It's starting to go, oh yeah, okay. I see what's happening. Stand. Actually, what's that there? Now my hip, park up. And stand. Yep. Good girl. Put it right there. So we're not too close, but we're close enough. Much better reception now than we had 10 minutes ago. So that just goes to show you it's just a bit of time, a little bit of patience, and we can ask a lot more from a cranky girl if we just slow things down. Back up. And we don't want any space, so we back up. Good girl. And she's licking through there. Stand. Good girl. Good job. That's very nice. Good girl. No, back up. I'll ask her back again. Every time she goes to move forward, I'm going to bump her back. So I didn't ask for that. Might actually ask her to back one more back. Good girl. Just a little step. Says, but I want to go. And see, that is really not an acceptable thing, because if I had my head over there, she would have whacked me then. going to ask for a submission drop. Drop it. Drop. Drop. Okay, drop. Come on. Okay, drop. 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 He's itchy here. Ah, no, buddy. Go. Don't want you coming in. Out you go. The cat's going to get himself clobbered. She's a bit. What's she swishing at? She says, I want to go. I want to go, go, go. Smell the foot. So really just about, when you've got a cranky bear who's cycling, it is about relaxing, getting them to understand that you're not there to be their enemy, you're there to give them a little bit of a, that's not it. Let us move back up and stand. And stand. Today is not the day for the middle. I'm just going to work on a little bit of relaxing of the neck. Just want her to understand that it's okay. We're not enemy today. Okay. Okay, let her walk back forwards. Didn't ask her to leave. And stand. No, not over the top of me. Not over the top. Good girl. Good girl. I'm just getting my leg there. I'll go this side. Come on then. Don't get all rubbered up. And then, good. That's better. That's better. Because ordinarily she's going to go berserko. She'll do it when you put your foot there. So we're just giving her a nice. That's a girl. Bubbles. Hugs. I'll do a bit of a cuddle. No, drop, drop. Oh, does that feel nice? The other thing you can do is just check if they're sensitive around the ear. And if they are, that could be an issue in their pole, and that might be why you're having a problem. No, don't do that. But the biggest problem we have right now is that she wants to go and be in the paddock with a stallion, and there isn't one nearby. There's a miniature that thinks he's a stallion, but he's not. So she's grouchy because she can't breathe. that's just how it is. So I'm going to grab the blanket again and we'll just see her response when we put that on. What she think about that? How you feeling about that one? Well, I don't know about that. I'm a bit annoyed. You a bit annoyed? I'll take it off. It's always good to do silly things with them that you don't ordinarily do, just so that they're used to things, like putting your blankets over their neck where you wouldn't normally put them, things like that. Is that better than being on your back? Is that nicer? Probably just like having your rug on the winter. She's definitely not going to be happy to be having anybody on her today. Park it up there. Park it up there. Girl. So a bit of this belligerence is not acceptable when they're young. You've got to correct it. The best way to do it is keep their feet moving, as in the task to do, like I'm about to do now. Get her to turn around. Play the game we play. Good. She's licking and chewing again. Thinking about, what am I going to do? Not listening to this one. It's going, where's the dinner? Where's the food? We're going to leave her today for now. She's been pretty good. She has settled herself down and accepted a few things that she wasn't ready to accept earlier on. And we're just going to do one quick touch under there just to make sure there's no pains under there. Good girl. I don't know what that is. There's something on there. Let me grab the brush quickly. I think it might be a bit of mud, but it might also be something else that we don't want to see happening. Oh, it's a bit of mud. Alright, so Miss Ellie's going to go down and have some time out down the bottom end in just a moment. Oh, actually, give me a second. What did I do with that one? I'm going to try one more thing. I've got to get rid of this. So now she's decided she's okay about everything. Ah, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm trying to get it back up. Come here. Yep, she's just not buying it today. Not going to happen. And probably a good thing to just let it go. Watch out, Bubby. I'm going to let you out in just a second. Just give me a minute. Put away everything first and then we'll let you back. Back up. Good girl. Tomorrow she should be in a bit of a better mood and see how she goes. But for today, that's all we're going to do. We're not doing anything else. Very basic, simple little bit of work. Again, quality, not quantity. Rightio, we're getting dust everywhere. So basically, what a lot of people will do is just ride through their seasons and basically not listen to them. I choose to err on the side of caution. A highly strung mare is not something that you want to be putting yourself on the back of, and you are far better and far kinder to allow that mare to go through her cycle without a problem. Because the minute that you push and push and push, it's good to test, because sometimes young horses like this girl can use their brain and they're quite smart and they can be very clever at getting out of doing things. But I know that she's not mucking about today, and the way I know it is just because she's definitely in that last bit of cycle. So I'm going to let her go. Off she goes. And she's going to have a good time. So she's going to do her own thing. Actually, what I want her to do, come on, Elle. I want her to go down and have some grass down the back end. Let me just fix this up and then we'll go down and do that. Now I'm going to bring the young lady in here, other young lady, and do a bit of work with her. Have a bit of a ride on her, even though she's cycling too. She's a bit more tolerant than the youngster. And like Ellie's really just started to really be an adult. So that, becoming an adult, they do get a bit more dominant. They do get a little bit more pushy with what it is they want to do. There she goes. She's going to go down there and she's going to mow the grass for me down the bottom there. And I'm going to grab Angel Girl over here, who's really like the devil half the time, and see if I can't get her to give me a little bit of patience. So if you just hold on a second, I'll go and grab her. minute for you. Good girl. We'll swap all the gear out now, get different saddles, different things. Let's get her stuff ready. Here we go. Zara. She'll be coming and you'll feel the vision in a moment. Today I'm going to ride with the actual bit. Alright, turn back around that way again, come back this way again, and we'll see how we go with Miss Zara. Stop it. These horses didn't behave like this shit. No, they didn't. And move. And come in. Darling. Face in. Good girl, thank you. Oh, I'm a mess. I am a mess. Mess, Mum. Drop. Come on. Drop down. There's a girl. Good girl. Now you'll be in for a few hours yet. Okay, so Miss Zara is a little older than Ellie, a little wiser, and had a lot more done in her life. She's getting on. Got dust in your eye. Oh. So she's a lot easier to work with in the sense of I can read her very, very well. I've had her for 11 years nearly, 10 years fully. going on 11 years this year. Out of a long time. Come up it. Come up. She's going to pull her same old trick, which is I'm going to pretend that I don't know what I'm doing. She's going to do the... Let's go. We'll get the back feet moving, get the brain thinking. She says, I know what's over here. I know what you're going to do. And I'm not in the mood, but she's got to understand too. She's getting on. If we don't keep moving, we'll lose it. It's good for her to have some exercise because she's only surviving on only hay, which puts a lot of sugar into her body because it's just dirt here. There's nothing nutritious here. I don't feed grain. If I fed this horse grain, she'd be going through the fences. Way too much sugar. Sophie, I know that you're by yourself, buddy, but it's okay. He's a bit upset. That's not what you want. You don't want your reins hanging on the ground like that. Ideally want them where they're not going to get in trouble. Sometimes I leave it to the last thing to do, put the reins on, because anything goes wrong in the saddling process, which if you're careful it won't, if you're gentle it won't. But mares are understandably not happy about things going around their end bits when they're having, just readjust that a little. And because she is, again, on season, we don't want to over tighten that girth either, because that can also be a big problem. There's a bunch of crows over here. What are they trying to do? The only pet peeve I've got with this saddle is that it's stiff to get to the girth point. Girth point could have been a little bit easier to access, but other than that, this saddle's a brilliant one. You want something that'll keep you in, especially if you like doing things like barrel racing and stuff like that. This thing will keep you in wherever you go. Okay, love, let's go. And she's a very different horse to the other one. So when people say, oh, you don't know what you're doing, it's not necessarily true. What it is I'm working with a younger, more inexperienced horse, and then I'm working with a more experienced older horse that's been taught verbal commands for a long time, knows what she's doing. Come on, hook up. Get up. Get that air out your belly. And round she goes. Step into the box. Bit of a canter. Come here. Canter. A little bit. Good girl. Head. always stands far back, but that's because she's been trained to do so until I ask her to hook. Hook. Hook up. Come on. And then she'll come right in when we ask her to come right in. And that's how you want your horses. You want them to stand further back from you because you are the big bubble honcho. And it's a respect thing. And if you're watching their herds, they respect the big leaders by not invading their space until they're asked or invited in. They're not asked or invited in. Yeah, is she okay? Yeah, good girl. Then it's a problem. I'm going to grab myself a stand so I don't hurt my back. And so don't judge people because you never know what you're talking about unless you're in the entire situation. A lot of people would see what I was doing with Ellie and say, oh, just get on the bloody horse, blah, blah, blah. They have no idea what they're talking about because they don't work with her. I never ever judge anybody else who's working with their own horses because they know behind the scenes what goes on. And the difference between the people you see on YouTube that put out a perfect video of a perfect horse doing everything perfect is that usually it's edited, number one, or they've got a very high level, high class horse that's been trained and works daily constantly and has a really good nature. Whereas I work with horses that, for the most part, are not that way inclined because they haven't had work for years, or they're too young and they haven't had any experience yet. So this lady has had lots of experience but hasn't been working properly for over 3 years now. She kind of got put in the pigeonhole when we got the youngster in. Because there was only one of me, I just didn't have the time. And what she's doing there, she's not trying to actually hug me. What she's doing is she's letting me know, I'm a bit nervous, Mum. It's been a while. I don't really feel like it. I just want to let you know I'm a bit nervous. And that's what she's doing there. She's letting me know she's a bit nervous. It's a very kind and nice way for a horse to let you know something. They couldn't let you know by giving you a bite or a nip or something like that. So she's been really cool about it. I'm going to ask her for her foot. Girl, have a look down there. There's nothing in there. Slide, bub. Come, love. Oh. Actually, I think there might be a bit of a stone in there. Let's get that out. It's starting to get a bit hot. We're not going to be doing this very long. I'm surprised how warm it is today. It's like summer again. I might even have to take off. Good girl. Come on. Good girl. She's been very kind, very nice today. A couple of days ago she was a bit funny about touching her at all. Again, because she's in season. She's coming out of her cycle. Her main cycle was 2 days ago. She's starting to taper off and not be So I don't usually get on by step. Come on, love. Come on, love. Up, tongue. Up, tongue. One more. One more. One more. Bump up one. Good girl. Stand there. Keeps doing that. I'm going to keep coming up. And what we'll do, even though I prefer to use the step, I won't. I'll just go straight up. Even though for her, she prefers me to warm up a little. Up. Okay. See, hi. Again, she's got a bad attitude, but this is usually how she starts out anyhow. Keep yourself back into a good space. Yep. See if we can't go back. Stop it. Turn it up. She's a bit cranky because she's got a bit in. Yeah. Good girl. Okay, that's it. Slow trot it. That's it. That's it. Now we're going to just let her go. From her feet. My hands up on my head. Yep. See how? That's it. And balance practice. Yep. his hoof for a second. The hooves are so hard. I'm going to actually pop some oil on her today. I'll go grab some oil and I'll do her hooves with the oil in just a moment. First I've got to jump on the opposite side. What we do on one side we must do on the other. And she took that well, she didn't have any issue with that. Need to get back into there, straight away. Yep. Yep. Got nice tight. Yep. One more canter. Do it. Yeah. Alright. And walk. Slow down and walk. I know, that's the bad. And move. And again we get off the side that we got on. So we're doing everything nice and evenly. That'll do her for today. She's had a really nice little go this morning. Hopefully later in the evening it won't be too hot. We might even take her for a walk down the road. Get her out of here for a bit. But yeah, her and Ellie are completely different horses, completely different behaviours, completely different states of mind. And you've got to work with them very differently. There's ways to work with Ellie, there's ways to work with Zara. Zara's an easier horse to work with in the sense of she listens well, she's not young, she's not, you know, trying to test every 5 seconds. She will test you, but she very quickly understands that she's not to be played with. So she's got a kinder disposition in that way. Ellie's kind and good, but she can be, just when she's in her season time, she can be right cranky girl. You've got to be very careful what you do with her, not to get yourself in harm's way. So we're going to pop her back with Talk the next hour or two. So she can go over into the back paddock there, have a bit of a time. What I need to do first though is pop Tocky. She's going to do her roll. Hang on, come here, bub. Oh, you can roll with that. That's all right. She'll do a roll in a second. Where to put my glasses? I've lost my glasses. Oh, there they are. Here they are. Watch out you don't leave your glasses, reading glasses out, because if you do, you might end up in a bit of trouble. So yeah, so basically Miss Ellie and Zara do not get along. So when I'm moving Zara out, I have to be careful that Ellie doesn't decide to come up and want to challenge her. Else she says, take me home. See that? Says, take me home. I will in a minute. I'm going to take you back in a minute. Give me a second. And we've got dust everywhere. Give me a moment. I've got to put your stuff away first. Do that first, and I've got to let's get Tocky held up, and I can take you out. I'm going to just catch the boy and pop him back, then I'll get you, okay? Yeah, just a minute. Just a minute, lovely. Sometimes ladies have a bit of a problem, don't they? Silly letting her know what's going on. Don't let her know. She's going to come out and everyone's going to get walloped. I'm going to go grab her. We're going to go through and go ahead and open that gate. Nice breeze coming through there. Rightio, so now we're going to go down the back. Yes, you're correct, it's Australia. Definitely Australia. Anzac Day today. Don't forget to remember all the people who sacrificed for this country to be free. Lots and lots of men died over countless wars and countless years. But at this time, 1914, it was just beginning. I met quite a few diggers back when I was a very young kid. Talked about what